Against the backdrop of the spectacular Rocky Mountains on the outskirts of Colorado Springs, home to some of our nation's best and brightest at the United States Air Force Academy. And when they're not learning to fly, they're getting ready for battles on the gridiron. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. As we'll see, the number 10 team in the country, the Pittsburgh Panthers, taking on a team from the Mountain West, the Air Force Falcons. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. Lined up, ready for the opening kickoff as we get things underway. He'll return it. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. So Air Force's offense is going to be backed up thanks to that lackluster return. When this guy comes onto the field, David, he seems to bring the it.
So much fun as a play caller to have a guy you depend on, you trust. You know, Palmer, you're going to get the best out of this young man.
He's also one of those guys, David, who just elevates everybody else around him, right? All 10 guys in that huddle offensively just seem to play better knowing they've got confidence in this guy.
Second down.
Kept it on the ground on first down. Let's see what they do on second. They'll move the running back to try to force the defense to adjust. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior. Didn't take long to need a clutch play on the opening drive. It's 3rd and 7. The option look. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. The Falcons will send out the punt unit. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Makes a move. He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on it. So Pittsburgh's offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. Here are our impact players for this game, and it goes beyond executing an assignment to make an impact in the game.
Yeah, obviously we were talking to both coaching staffs this week, and we asked them who needs to step up and play well. They immediately pointed to these guys right here. They are the key for their respective teams.
Yeah, and they don't always show up in the box score, but these are the guys are the leaders. These are the guys getting everybody organized and have to play well for their team to succeed.
Went to the running game on first down. Now here they come again. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And the defense snows him under after a very short gain. Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this, because if you do and you make some mistakes, this crowd will pounce on you and seize momentum.
Pitt coming to the line after getting another first down. Throwing right. Makes a connection. And right in the middle of tight coverage, and he still makes the grab at the 15.
Love the accurate throw by the quarterback there. Curl route against man coverage. You got to put that right into the body of the wide receiver who's running back towards you. Nice job executing it, and they pick up the first.
The Panthers have their offense in high gear. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Got his man in the middle. Touchdown, Panthers! Hauled it in and just kept right on running to the hallelujah land.
And what a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
And he splits the uprights on the extra point. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Air Force has it back, and the Falcon offense returns to the field. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
Got room at the 35. And he froze that defender. He thought he was going to pitch it, kept it himself, and turned it into a big play. Tremendous execution of this Falcon offense. A magician with the option like a D. Dowens.
And understanding what you're doing, what you're seeing, how to react, and make multiple decisions on a play is really, really tough. But the Falcons quarterback is dialed in.
Running back goes in motion. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup. Second down. So after the first down run, here's second down. Give to the fullback. At the 45, on his way. Offense on the move. A big play there. Gets it to the 30.
And you got to throw the fullbacks a bone occasionally, okay? Those dudes have one of the worst jobs on the field. Always blocking every single play, down in, down out. When you get those situations, you can give him the ball, give him a bone, reward him for all of his hard work.
And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play. Stuck with a running game on first down, now here they come again. Goes to the option. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
Oh, I love when you give the fullback the ball. It's kind of a dying breed. It's been taken out of most offenses. But I like when you reward him for all the unselfish plays he has to have to run it.
And you know what I like to see? The evolution in football. Fullbacks become a bit of a dying breed. Now you're starting to see a few sneak back in here and there.
It's crazy. Football's cyclical, right? The moment somebody does something else, you go the other direction. It just always changes.
They'll throw it from the red zone. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to find another play. Second down. And after the incompletion on first down, this offense looking at second down. D looks as if they're about to bring the heat. On second down, wants to throw. Discards a man. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
You know, that's one as a quarterback. When you see all those defenders around your intended target like that, just throw it in the ground or throw it away. I mean, that's a completion that loses yards. You're just hurting your offense there.
This will be the 8th play of the drive, but a great opportunity for the defense to get off the field. On third and long, no secret what he needs here. Makes his connection. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on fourth down. And it's right down the boulevard. So they were able to put up a 3 spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Pitt offense back on the field and ready to roll. That last drive drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
Finds just enough daylight to work his way up to the 19-yard line. Empty backfield, 5 wide receivers on 2nd and 6. He's looking to throw. And he intercepts it. Takes it the other way. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
What a game-changing play by this defense. Nice job. You got them backed up in their own territory coming out. Now you force the turnover, set your offense up with some great scoring field position.
On the option. They make the stop, but this running game moves the chains as they get the first down.
How do you not respect the big fellas? This doesn't take you back in the time machine to the days when a fullback was on the field every single play. Then you're missing out because fullbacks are awesome. They're just low maintenance. They're not divas like wide receivers. They just block most of the time, don't say much. And then you give them the football, and occasionally you get some big plays like this, and they hit somebody so hard they got snot bubbles coming out of their nose.
On the option. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Loss of 2. Brings up 3rd and goal.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Here comes the option. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. Guys, that's the end of the quarter, and Pittsburgh has the lead. We've put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the second quarter. And they'll send the field goal team back out for the second time tonight. Absolutely perfect. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, let's get you up to speed on what's going down in this fun college football game today. Georgia is on top, but this is a close game. And, you know, back in the day, you'd feed Herschel Walker and go home. That guy needs to emerge for them today. They're up by a field goal over Utah State. For now, it's back to you fellas, but of course, if anything changes, you'll see it right here.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Getting some heat. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. He's going to pass on second down. Looking deep down the right side. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on second down. They're staring at third. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. On third and long, he has to throw for it. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up. Pitt will have to boot this one away. That's usually prime return position, but he'll make the fair catch just outside the 40. Here comes the Air Force offense back onto the field. They've had a couple of productive drives, but they've had to settle for field goals in 2 of their 3 previous possessions, Jesse.
Yeah, this is an offense that takes a lot of pride in execution, and they feel like they should have scored a touchdown every single drive. So while it's been good, not great, David, just execute a little bit better, and they can put this one in the end zone this time.
Yeah, and I think you point that out. We went all the way down the field on 2 of our first 3 drives and got field goals. Now, just a little better execution when that field starts to shrink and it gets a little bit more difficult.
Let's see what they find in the playbook for third and long from the 43. A little pre-snap eye candy for the defense. Throws to the wideout. Finds a man on the left. And he gets a big chunk of yardage to the 34-yard line.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. you got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
He's brought down at the 32-yard line. Second down coming up.
Here comes the offense on second down. On the option. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
No gain on the play.
Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires downfield. Fires and picked off. Trying to take it back. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
Not all DBs make the play at the end, right? They can bat the ball down, they can be in position, but they don't really secure the football. Great job by the DB securing the football and forcing the turnover.
The Pittsburgh offense is back on the field. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time.
I think it goes back to your playmakers, Reese. I think it's finding the guys that have been working for you earlier on in this game and getting them the football.
And there's obviously no need to panic. I mean, think about it. You got the lead. You got the football. You got to be smart with the football. Make your plays. Put a good drive together here.
Turns it on in midfield. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down.
He does a good job of dropping back, going through his progressions. Nothing there. What do? Go get some yardage. Make it positive. Don't sit back in the pocket and force something into a bad situation or take a sack. Great job making something out of nothing.
The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. He makes the connection. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down.
How about this offense? They're rolling. They got a couple first downs together. Defense. Next, what's your response? What do you got? You got to make some adjustments here.
Out of the gun, the inside give. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
Second down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. It's the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can tack a little something extra on their lead before the break. Give to the single back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
While the linebacker's showing you read and react, he knew exactly where that running play was going, and he beat the football to the line of scrimmage and forced the TFL.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Complete with conviction on the crosser. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a 1st and goal from the 10.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
Yeah, and a great job by the offensive line, seeing the blitz, picking it up, and then it's on the running back. Running back finds a hole, gets a little bit of a crease, makes a nice run out.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Pittsburgh.
And after that first down gasher, they're close to the end zone. 2nd and goal coming. Tries again to get it in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Panthers.
And that is exactly what you want from your offense. Man, late in the half, you want to execute and then punch it in physically on the ground, take the lead going into the half, take all the momentum. Nice execution on the drive by that offense.
And he makes the extra point. So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. Air Force has it back, and the Falcon offense returns to the field. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be conservative. We're a little bit down. Listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
Offense gets set for second down. He's looking to throw. It's complete to the left. And the Falcons pick up the first down. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. To the air on first down. Moves away as he feels pressure. The quarterback scrambled around, but the defense able to scramble him and turn it into a sack.
And it's such an advantage for this defense to have an outside linebacker like that can rush the passer, because they can set the edge. They can get off the ball, and they're just way too fast for tight ends or for offensive tackles to get out and block them.
We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, many thanks. Happy to provide a break in the action to kind of pour over exactly what has transpired so far. And I get it. A lot of coaches will say the difference between winning and losing comes down to stopping big plays and getting big plays. But if you ask me, it's more about how good you are on third down and how efficient you are in keeping drives alive. Those 2 stats can help you break the will of even the best defenses and help you come out on top. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Falcon Stadium.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. The Falcons will kick it away to start the second half. That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The Pitt offense back on the field and ready to roll. Looking for a productive play on first down. Trying to set the tone on the ground in the third. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. Commit to the run like this. Obviously, you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Wide receiver shows motion. Off play action. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Oh, the offense ought to go buy a lottery ticket, because that ball somehow bounced right back to them. They'll keep it. This defense has kept them backed up. Now 1 more stop, and they can get off the field on third. He'll take a deep shot here. Hit the afterburners, kid. The 10. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Pitt.
When these offenses get in a rhythm, they're hard to stop. Already up early, got a short field, take advantage of it too, get another touchdown. This offense is doing whatever they want to do and having a lot of success.
Air Force 6.
And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. Here comes the Air Force offense back onto the field. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. He'll ride his man on the option. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming. Tried to pound it on first down, now back to the line. Wants to throw on second down. Working that left side now. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Motion by the back forces the defense to adjust. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
Brings up second down.
Couldn't get him blocked on that last one. Now it's 2nd and 14. They'll run the option. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. Third down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. He's looking to pass. He makes a catch. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. And the Falcons are moving quickly down the field. They'll run the option. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7.
36-yard line. Second down coming up.
Got a little work done on first down. Now back to the line. Now on the option. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
The defense really gets it. They understand what's going on. The quarterback is a threat to run the football. I have to understand that. It changes the way I play defense. Am I going to have more speed on the field? Whatever I do, I got to make sure I do what they did right there. Focus in on the QB, lock in, and make sure he doesn't beat me.
And this field goal team has been busy. This kicker comes out for the 3rd time tonight. Looks as if this will be a 51-yard attempt. Kick is good. The offense has 3 points to show for the drive. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Fellas, a big-time top 25 duel. Let's get right to the pictures. Purdue is currently trailing, but this has been a back-and-forth affair. If that quarterback can find a little magic a la Bob Greasy, this might not be over just yet. They're trailing by just 4 to North Carolina. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected, fellas.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Looking for a gap. It's Goff. Finds some space, enough to get 5 to the 22.
And that looked like an easy decision for the quarterback. Hand it off, give him the ball, let him get 5+ yards. Nice decision. Nice job by the running back getting yardage.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Motion from the offense. Quick touch pass to the receiver. Crosses the 35. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him...
And the quarterback is snowed under.
Man, it didn't take long for the defense to get home on that play. You see them playing man coverage in the back end, slowing down the routes from the receivers and the rest of the offense. That forced the quarterback to have to hold on to it for just a split second longer, and they were able to get the sack.
Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. On 2nd down, they'll take to the air. Unloads to the wideout. And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
Well, I know that one fell incomplete, but what a day this guy's had throwing the football. Multiple touchdowns, and he's done a really nice job with his decision-making. Hasn't thrown any picks, which has really helped keep this offense on schedule.
Unloads it downfield. Fires it into traffic, and it's picked off. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
Really tough on an offense. 3rd and long, it's tough to, you know you're passing the football. They know you're passing the football. I'm going to rush the passer. I'm going to drop back deep, make you throw the ball underneath. But, you know, quarterbacks also want to force that football and try to get that first down. He does there, and that's why he creates the turnover.
Line getting set on second down. The option look. Fights off a defender. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
Well, the fullback helping out his offense here, running the football. Nice job finding the hole and getting upfield. Takes a lot to bring this guy down.
It'll be a run on 3rd and short. Moving deeper into enemy territory. Move the chains. It's 1st down at the 27.
And this is a guy that can find you the hidden yardage. That play, he just pushes the pile to get that 1st down.
Goes to the option. Shakes off the tackler. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. Running game worked on 1st down. Let's see if they go back to it on 2nd down. The give to the fullback. And they'll bring him down, but not before he picks up the 1st down.
Fullbacks are very unselfish. One of the most unselfish positions you can find in football. They block 99% of the time. But when you can give them that rock, get a 1st down, those guys are really big. You know, they're really powerful. They usually fall forward. No nonsense, no jukes. Just hit you in the mouth.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Quarterback keeps it. And as they get him to the ground, clock running, looks as if time will expire here in the 3rd. Guys, that's the end of the quarter, and Pittsburgh has the lead. They're sitting in a strong position here with the lead. Let's take a look at our game summary. Now facing a 3rd down as they line up after the break. On the option. And there were some collisions in there, and the D finally stops him short of the marker. Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Floating away. And they get to him and sack the quarterback, and they'll stop the drive on downs.
Yeah, and unfortunately in the 4th quarter, losing, you got to put the foot on the accelerator. You got to make something happen. So I get they had to be aggressive and go for it. They just can't seem to get this offense to make plays when they need it the most.
He stopped just a chain link or 2 away from the 1st down and sets them up beautifully here. Looking for space. It's Goff. And they make the tackle, but he has plenty for the 1st down.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff, where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? You've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
And it's just simple 1st down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
Got 3 on 1st down at 2nd and 7. The give to the big fullback. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40.
And the fullbacks, you know, usually are typically in there to block, right? Those are the big, strong guys that usually lead the way for the running back. But occasionally you slip it to them, and you probably don't do it too much and don't make a living off it. But when you get a nice little chunk like this, maybe you find another way to give him the football.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
On the move. And he'll slide after picking up the 1st down.
And these are the plays you know exactly what you're going to get up front. The offensive line does a great job blocking. Just create a little bit of a hole, pound through that hole. That running back, they can't tiptoe, they can't dance.
Lofts one high and deep. He's got it. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
And this offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He'll start the return inside his 5.
Returner is tackled down at the 17. And
Air Force has it back, and the Falcon offense returns to the field. They got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on 4th down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but, Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Grab near the sticks. It's Harris. Breaks a tackle, and he's got room. He just brought some serious energy, making that huge play and getting it all the way down to the 23-yard line.
One of the first things I want to do when I come into a game is I'm going to go, where do I have the advantage? Where are my guys better than yours? And maybe they feel good about it.
Here comes the rush, and they've got it wrapped up at the 28. 2nd down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. 1st down sack pushes it back. Now it's 2nd down. On 2nd down, he's looking downfield. It's complete. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve every minute possible. The Falcons have taken it inside the 20. He's looking to throw. Quickly complete. Tackled, but he has a 1st down. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. He's looking to throw it. Pocket starts to collapse. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Makes the catch. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. They'll try to get it through the air. They will score! Touchdown, Air Force!
Nice job by the offense going down the field, putting points on the board, but you're still down a couple possessions. Still need some good things to happen. You need your kicker to go over and get warmed up. We need an onside. We need to score some points. We need a lot of things to go right to win this football game.
Lining up for the PAT. Smashes it through for the PAT. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
A bit of an under-the-radar game this week, guys, but take a look at this. Tulsa is currently up big right now in a game they'll be talking about all along Route 66 for some time. They're up by 21 over the Coyotes. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. The Pittsburgh offense is back on the field. Defense better dig in for the run. Heavy formation is there. On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. The expressway is wide open. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Panthers!
Number 26.
And this offense has had a good day, and more importantly, this team responded from last week. 0-1, didn't look good to start the season, bouncing back, getting a convincing victory. Nice job by this team handling adversity early in the season.
Air Force 16.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Here comes the Air Force offense back onto the field. This has been a really disappointing performance, David. No question about that, but they can find some positives.
Yeah, and every time you watch the tape, Jesse, coaches are pointing out, look at this. This was open if we'd have just ran the details to the right route, hung on to the football. Little things can make a big difference.
Yeah, that's why they call it a game of inches, David. But I'll say this, if you're on offense, don't go on social media this week. It ain't going to be pretty after this performance. You've got to lock in. You got to take the week of practice very seriously and find those positives that you can build off, David, that you're talking about.
Fires to the tight end. You're not getting him on the ground. Still on his feet. Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. Trying to find his man on first down. Finds the tight end.
A nice job by the defense there tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense is going to try to find him in the passing game in a lot of different situations. That time, perfect coverage, and nice job bringing the big guy down. Not easy to do.
Looking to throw on second down. Takes a hit as he fires. Got him downfield. And this offense is feeling it as they rip off a big chunk of yardage, and they've got it on the 22. And they spike it and get the clock stopped.
The air is incomplete. It's second down.
They'll line up for a second down play. He's looking to throw. Firing to the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score.
This defense has just been all over this guy all game long. Under pressure, they're finding a way to get to him and affect his rhythm. Of course, they have an interception in this game. That's why they've got a big lead here in the fourth quarter. This guy has never gotten into a rhythm.
He finds his man, and he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down.
Now, fourth down.
Pre-snap motion in the backfield. Will not get there. A fourth down stop.
And they decide to go for it. They decide to be aggressive, try to throw the football down the field. Receiver, quarterback, not on the same page. No dice, turnover on downs.
Wide receiver now comes in motion. With jet sweep pass. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Holding. Offense.
They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. First down for this offense. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. Push down for the tackle. Winning those individual 6-second battles every play. Time